What is up and welcome back to the videos. So in today's video we have the first little preview of the cross-country track that we are busy building at the Bronx. So the idea is, well, okay, first of all, we built this little quarter pipe, half pipe section, and I completely flopped it. But at the end of this video there will be a short clip section of how it should be done, and Zane is also going to be editing a nice compilation video of the half pipe. So the idea is, if you come to ride at the Bronx, you'll have a couple of different riding options. First of all, there is the enduro cross track on the property itself, and then there is the cross-country track which we are riding now, that goes to the first technical mountain. So this will be like the warm-up before you do the technical mountain. Now on average we do about between 10 and 11 minutes in one direction, and we did about 6 loops of this track. So we rode it in one direction and then we'll ride it in reverse. So this, I think, was the second to last attempt we did to put in a good lap, and we were both fairly tired. We still managed to push the pace even though we did make some mistakes. We've got it pretty much mapped out the way we want it, and now what we want to do is we gotta just track it with a GPS tracker, and then we need to get someone with a tractor to scrape it open a bit, or yeah, that's what we're considering to do. But let us know in the comments, should we scrape it to open the track up a bit more, or should we leave it kind of natural like this? It is mostly sand, so even if we scrape it, the terrain is going to change constantly, and that's the cool thing about an enduro test, is the terrain always changes. I'm coming into the first little technical spot here. Still need to work on this a bit, it's not super flowy. And in spots like this, I think it would be good to scrape the track, because this grass is like super slippery, and it's very easy to slide out. And I mean, obviously we don't want people to get hurt unnecessarily, and ideally you would want to push a little bit faster pace. So if we have to scrape the track a bit in this section to achieve that, I think it would be a good idea. And now we enter into the first kind of wetland section, the swampy section. So unfortunately it's still very dry. We're going to find out how this terrain is going to be in the wet season. It's going to be pretty muddy. It should still be fun. And the way Zane and I kind of train is we do lead follow laps. So obviously I'm following this lap, and it's good to try and learn how to ride behind another person. As you can see, you can't really see the track from my perspective all that clearly, so it teaches you to trust in your instinct. It builds the confidence to, you know, push the pace when you can't see where you're going, and it teaches you to kind of look past the rider that's in front of you to see what's going on the track. So you don't fixate on the rider in front of you, you look past them at the track. And I have to say, like, this is good practice for me, because I'm not the best follow rider. Like, I tend to back off a bit when the dust gets hectic. Zane, on the other hand, he stays right on my bike. He actually like hits me in the corners. So good practice. This little section running through the forest is awesome. I actually hit a couple of trees there with my hand guards. Another thing about doing lead follow training is, or lead follow laps, is Zane knows I'm behind him and I'm trying to get like on him. So he's gonna push a little bit harder to kind of open up a lead, and it's up to me obviously to push harder to close that lead. There's the second little open section that we're entering into now. I love that part through the forest. It's a lot of fun, the tight and technical corners. This is another section where the grass is pretty slick. And over here I made a mistake. I was fixated on what Zane was doing instead of looking at the track, and I messed up that corner. This is another fast flowy section. The sand is pretty hectic. This corner is fun because you kind of just dip into the ruts that are there from us riding, so you can hit it with a decent amount of speed. And now we are entering the second little forest section. So yeah, I managed to catch up to Zane, put a little bit of pressure on him there, but he obviously manages to pull away. But he's never too far out of my sight. I always tend to ride a little bit more reserved, you know, rather wait for the opportunity where the other rider tends to make a mistake to try and make a pass or overtake, but that tactic doesn't always work. Sometimes you need to push and work for an overtake. And I have to tell you, like, okay, we don't know the exact distance of the Enduro Test yet, but riding in the sand, and you know, every lap the terrain changes a little bit as we push through it. And here's the first little mistake from Zane. But this track is seriously tiring, and it works your fitness. Riding in sand is no jokes. Over there, Zane hits a little bit of a neutral, and over here he started running out of steam, so just gave him some words of encouragement to push a little bit harder, seeing as we're almost at the end. And unfortunately he stalled out around that corner. Just quickly took a minute to or a couple of seconds to catch our breath, and off we go again. And this is the last section. This part is super bumpy, and yeah, it feels kind of weird because you would think the terrain is like super flat, but it's pretty gnarly. And Yeah, we enter the last forest section just before the technical mountain, and you'll see the terrain starts changing and it starts getting a little bit more rocky over here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. From here you'll start on the technical mountain. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button, hit like, leave some comments down below what you guys think of the track. Should we open it up? We'll post some GPS maps of it pretty soon. Peace out and keep ripping.